ഇത് തൻ്റെ 64-ാം വയസ്സിൽ ഓസ്ട്രേലിയയിൽ നിന്ന് യൂറോപ്പിലേക്ക് വാനിൽ യാത്ര ചെയ്യുന്ന എലിസബത്തിൻ്റെ കഥയാണ്.
But the last, 5 years, I really longed for freedom. I worked in a very intensive industry. I worked very hard. I worked very long hours. And I felt exhausted and I kind of felt stressed and wiped out a little bit. And then I go for this journey, and this journey is not a holiday.
ഡിറ്റർമിനേഷൻ എന്ന വാക്കിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥതലങ്ങൾ മനസ്സിലാകുന്നത് ഇതുപോലുള്ള ഓരോ ജീവിതങ്ങൾ അടുത്തറിയുമ്പോഴാണ്. എലിസബത്ത് അവരുടെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട റെക്സൽബേ എന്ന നായയോടൊപ്പം അവർ ലോല എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്ന 96 മോഡൽ ടൊയോട്ട വാനിൽ തൻ്റെ 64-ാം വയസ്സിൽ ഓസ്ട്രേലിയയിൽ നിന്ന് യൂറോപ്പിലേക്ക് തനിച്ചൊരു യാത്ര പുറപ്പെടുകയാണ്. Meet Miss Elisabeth from Australia.
That's right. Hello.
Could you please tell us the story about your travel?
Well, the travel really started many years ago when the thought was put into my head by some other travelers I at one day met at a shopping mall in northwest of Western Australia where I lived at that time, and I saw this van there and it had written from Germany to Australia on its side, and I thought, no, this is just not possible, you cannot do this. But later on I invited those people to my place and they stayed with me for a few days and they told me their story. So this really put that thought into my head. I put that thought aside for many years because I didn't have an opportunity to do this. So I had to wait until I'm retired first. And one day I was at a meeting. I was a little bit bored, I have to admit. I was not focused on what was discussed at this meeting at work. And my thoughts were just traveling, and suddenly I thought, okay, I'm going on a world trip. So this is how that whole thing started. I nearly immediately started preparing because I didn't have too much time, only 2 years until I retired at that stage. And I had to organize a car, and I had to find a car first, and I had to cope with my fears that I had doing this trip. Yeah, but at the end, okay, I succeeded. I got myself a car, which is this one here. I modified it inside, I tailored, I nailed, I glued, these things somebody helped me with. Somebody built them for me. But a lot of things I did myself. And until I was ready, took nearly 2 years.
So how young you are?
How young? Yes, I'm 66 years
how
old young.
You are old.
No. I don't know, I don't feel it. I don't feel 66. I don't know how one feels with 66, but yes, I'm 66 years old. And I'm happy about it. And that means I don't need to work anymore. I'm a free woman.
ഓസ്ട്രേലിയയിലെ ഒരു കൊച്ചു ടൗണിൽ തൻ്റെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട നായയോടൊപ്പം ജീവിക്കുന്ന എലിസബത്ത് ഒരിക്കലും വിചാരിച്ചിരുന്നില്ല തൻ്റെ 64-ാം വയസ്സിൽ ഇത്തരമൊരു യാത്ര ചെയ്യുമെന്ന്. ഓസ്ട്രേലിയൻ പോർട്ടിൽ നിന്ന് തൻ്റെ വാൻ ഷിപ്പ് ചെയ്തതിനു ശേഷം റഷ്യയിലെ വ്ളാഡിവോസ്റ്റോക്ക് പോർട്ടിൽ വാൻ തിരിച്ചു കിട്ടിയതിലെ സന്തോഷം നമുക്കവരുടെ മുഖത്ത് കാണാനാകും. സിഗ്നലുകളൊന്നുപോലുമില്ലാത്ത മംഗോളിയൻ ട്രാഫിക്, അതാണ് അവരെ വരവേറ്റത്. നൊമാഡിക് ലൈഫുള്ള മംഗോളുകളുടെ കൂടെയുള്ള ജീവിതം, ഹോഴ്സ് മിൽക്ക് അവർ കുടിക്കാൻ തന്നത്, എല്ലാം പുതിയ കാഴ്ചകളായിരുന്നു അവർക്ക്. താജിക്കിസ്ഥാനിലെ ശിലാചിത്രങ്ങൾ കാണാൻ ലാങ്ങാർ പ്രവിശ്യയിലേക്കുള്ള യാത്ര, പഴയ സോവിയറ്റ് യൂണിയന്റെ ഉപേക്ഷിക്കപ്പെട്ട ഒബ്സർവേറ്ററിയിലേക്കുള്ള യാത്ര, പുസ്തകങ്ങളിൽ നിന്ന് മാത്രം കേട്ടുപരിചയമുള്ള ലോകത്തിന്റെ മേൽക്കുര എന്നറിയപ്പെടുന്ന പാമീർ പീഠഭൂമിയിലേക്ക് എത്തിയപ്പോഴുണ്ടായ എക്സൈറ്റ്മെന്റ് അവരത് മറച്ചു വയ്ക്കുന്നില്ല. കിർഗിസ്ഥാന്റെ ബോർഡർ ക്രോസിംഗിൽ പരിചയപ്പെട്ട മറ്റ് സഞ്ചാരികൾ, കിർഗിസ്ഥാനിലെ മരം കൊച്ചുന്ന തണുപ്പ്, നരകത്തിൻ്റെ കവാടം എന്നറിയപ്പെടുന്ന തുർക്ക്മെനിസ്ഥാനിലെ ദർവാസ ഗ്യാസ് ക്രേറ്റ്, ഉസ്ബെക്കിൻ്റെ ആർക്കിടെക്ചർ, അങ്ങനെ അവർ ഒരുപാട് കാര്യങ്ങളെപ്പറ്റി സംസാരിച്ചു. യാത്രകൾ ഒരിക്കലും എളുപ്പമുള്ളതായിരുന്നില്ല. അതാണല്ലോ അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു സൗന്ദര്യവും. ഇറാനും ഒമാനും UAEയും പിന്നിട്ട് സൗദിയിലെത്തി നിൽക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് കൊറോണ വരുന്നത്. 1 വർഷത്തോളം സൗദിയിൽ. സ്വറ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന സൗദി മജ്ലിസുകളിൽ മുഖ്യാതിഥിയായി അവർ ക്ഷണിക്കപ്പെട്ടു. സിൻബാദിൻ്റെ കഥകൾ കേട്ട് മാത്രം പരിചയമുള്ളവർക്ക് അവർ ഒരു ജീവിക്കുന്ന സിൻബാദ് തന്നെ ആയിരുന്നിരിക്കണം. അവിടെ വെച്ചാണ് അവർ ബിർഗിറ്റ്, സ്റ്റെഫൻ, എല്ല, റോമി, ആൽവ കുടുംബത്തെ കണ്ടുമുട്ടുന്നത്. ജർമ്മനിയിൽ നിന്ന് തൻ്റെ സമ്പാദ്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം വിറ്റ് ഒരു ട്രക്കിൽ ജപ്പാനിലേക്ക് സഞ്ചരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കുടുംബം. സൗദിയിലെ ലോക്ക്ഡൗൺ സമയത്ത് അവർ ഒരുമിച്ചായിരുന്നു. തുടർന്ന് അങ്ങോട്ടുള്ള യാത്രകൾ പലപ്പോഴും ഒരുമിച്ചായിരുന്നു. എവിടെയോ എത്തേണ്ടത്. ഒരിത്തിരി കുഞ്ഞും വൈറസ് ലോകത്തിൻ്റെ മുന്നോട്ട് പോക്കിൽ എന്തെല്ലാം മാറ്റങ്ങളാണ് വരുത്തുന്നത്. സ്റ്റെഫനെയും ബിർഗിത്തിനെയും കാണിച്ചുകൊണ്ടല്ലാതെ ഈ കഥ നമുക്ക് മുന്നോട്ട് കൊണ്ടുപോകാനാവില്ല. So you started from Australia and now you reached Dubai. How do you feel the journey? Like you were traveling alone with your dog. So how do you feel?
Yes, it was initially, I traveled from the town where I lived down to Fremantle. That was about 1,600 kilometers to ship the car. So I put the car on the ship for it to be shipped to Vladivostok, which is on the eastern border of Russia. I myself then drove all the way, took another camper van, drove all the way to Sydney, so that's another 5,000 kilometres, because the car was supposed to be on sea for 4 weeks, so I had to spend some time. And then I flew up to Vladivostok and had to wait for my car. The car was delayed for 3 weeks, so this were quite stressful 3 weeks for me, because I did not know when will the car arrive, where is my car. That was very unpleasant time. But once I had the car, I just right away jumped into it and started traveling. And the first few days were really stressful, I think, because I did not really know what to expect. I had that stressful experience of waiting for my car still inside of me. But then I realized nothing happens to me, things go their way, things go smooth.
How was your experience as a woman traveling alone by road on all these countries? How was it?
Wherever I go as a woman alone, people are very welcoming to me. On the street people talk to me. They see me with this car, with my dog. They talk to me, they invite me, they offer me some tea, they offer me horse milk. And that was a very strange experience for me in Mongolia. No, but people are friendly everywhere, I find.
Now, on this trip, how many countries you traveled? 11 countries.
Yes, 11 countries altogether, yes.
Can you name it?
Well, first, of course, Australia, Russia. Then I drove through Mongolia. From Mongolia, I went back through Russia into Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, along the Afghanistan border. From Tajikistan into Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Iran, UAE, Oman, Saudi.
UAE, Oman, Saudi.
Yes, that are my countries that I visited on this trip so far.
What about the people in Iran?
Friendly.
Very friendly.
Very friendly. Yes, Iranian people, they are very happy to greet foreigners, to invite foreigners into their homes, invite foreigners to their picnics. So very often you just walk along the street, people say, oh, hi, hello, can I make a picture? I learned to fear groups of school girls, because you have a group of 30 schoolgirls, and each of those 30 schoolgirls wants to make a picture with you, with her. So when I meet Iranian schoolgirls, I hide behind something. Yeah.
When we compare UAE, Oman and Saudi, which one has the beautiful landscape?
Oman I didn't see so much of. Oman is famous for its beautiful landscape. I loved Saudi.
You love
I loved Saudi, yes. I can't really judge Oman. As I said, I didn't see so much of it. My son visited me last year and we traveled for 1 week into Oman.
Okay.
So I didn't see very much. But Saudi, yes, Saudi is my big love.
Yeah, in Saudi, rules and culture is much different than Australia. So
Everywhere. Every country has its own little rules and things you do and you don't do, and yeah, you have just to find your way through these things. Sometimes they're very embarrassing situations. Sometimes you really do the wrong thing because you don't know
what's wrong,
what's
right.
wrong, what's right. Yes.
True.
Yes. So this is my living room, my sleeping room, my dining room, my office. Whatever I have to do, I do it in here. So the bed can be made big. Then if you have a visitor, or I love if it's particularly if it's hot, you need a little bit of space. So underneath here is my toilet. Then underneath here is all storage areas as well. You can access here as well. Then here I have my house battery. So that is where all my generated power is stored. So I get power generated whilst I'm driving. But as well I have a solar panel on the roof that feeds into this battery. Over here I have all my power points, so here I can recharge everything I need. So I have all my USB here, but as well I can 240 volts. It's a inverter, power inverter. Yeah. Storage. Here's some more storage under the roof. There's all my bed stuff. Here I've got my fridge. More storage, and here the kitchen. So the kitchen is equipped with a gas stove, and I have running water here. The water is stored underneath here in 10-liter containers. There's a pump in there, and that pumps the water through. So my drinking water, I don't tend to buy drinking water. So I filter my water, so I don't use any plastic bottles at all. So more storage. Then I have 40 liters fuel spare, because my tank is only 60 liters, and sometimes there are long distances I have to drive without fuel. For example, when I drove down Tajikistan on the Pamir highway, sometimes we just didn't get any fuel, so we needed to fill in from our spare canisters. Run out of fuel as well. In Saudi, how this could happen, I'm not really sure, but it happened. Saudi, the land of the oil. Yeah, and that's a table that can be taken out, which I always leave in here. So that's more or less what I've got. That's all I need, and everything that is here is that.
How do you feel when you compare your 65 years of life with the last 2 years?
Oh, well, I think the last 2 years were kind of a walk in the park. You know, really easy. My life was not an easy life. So I'm originally from Germany, and I migrated to Australia, tried to make a life there. I had quite an interesting life. My life was never boring. But the last, 5 years, I really longed for freedom. You know, I worked in a very intensive industry. I worked very hard. I worked very long hours. And I felt exhausted, and I kind of felt stressed and wiped out a little bit. And then I go for this journey, and I mean, this journey is not a holiday. I mean, you still have lots of things you struggle.
Are you still working?
No, God no.
Okay.
I would, if somebody would offer me some kind of work I can do in my van, I would do this. Now I'm finished. I've done everything I needed to do, and I'm very happy about this. So if you ask me if I want to be young again, no, you can keep it. You can keep it. No more children, no more work. I can finally live my own life. It's a very good thing. Yes, I'm very happy about that.
Hello, my name is Stefan. I am traveling with my family, my wife and my 3 kids. We came all the way from Germany and have 27 countries now in the last 2 years.
Can I see inside of the Very
Sure,
cool.
sure, come inside. I show you our house. That's our small house where we live since 2 years now already. So we have everything you need. We cook here, we cook. We sleep here. The children sleep over there on top. You will see later. We have no generator. It's all with solar panels. So all the electricity we produce on our own. So all the fridge and the light and everything is all working with solar panels. We don't like generators.
That's amazing.
Yeah. We have a heating, we have ventilation system a little bit, no air condition, but everything works fine since 2 years. I built this with my wife, so it was a lot of work.
So you built this?
We built this. Every screw we made on our own.
That's amazing.
How it's possible? You achieved your financial freedom, or are you still working?
The last years we worked really hard before we started. A long time, more than 15 years, we worked really hard, put all the money to the side, and now we spend all the money we have. So when we come back after 4 years, all our money is gone. We have to start new. We have to work again, but we have all the memories. So we invested our money in memories. That's
Memories and experiences.
a lot of experiences.
Now you have to reboot your life.
Exactly. Yeah. We have to start new when we come back. Yeah. The water from rivers, for example, we can filter it and we can drink it. So it's a very good system.
So you have very good filter system.
Very, very good. High quality.
And he's using solar for the power.
We need a lot of diesel with this car because it's a very old car, but this is the only thing we need. All the other things are, this is a wood, fireplace with wood, we have solar, we have our own water, so we try not to use so much plastic.
Eco-friendly.
With a car with 20 liter, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but we try it, yeah.
You were planning to go to Japan or Europe?
We are now on the way to Iran, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, through China to Russia and then to Japan. And then the plan is to go back. At the end it will be like 3.5 years, 4 years of traveling.
So you will come to India?
Inshallah, we will come to India, exactly.
And definitely please come to Kerala.
Sure. We have a lot of invitings from Kerala already, so a lot of people come from Kerala, we know. So yeah, we are definitely going there.
So I will be there in Kerala waiting for you.
Good, very good.
Thanks a lot.
I'm from India. To be specific, I'm from Kerala. And it's very rare that a woman older than 60 years is driving a car. And it's even rare that an older woman is traveling alone to see the places and to cherish her moments. So, what will be your message?
I'm not really sure what hinders these, or I do not know what hinders these Kerala women to travel. Is it fear of the unknown? Is it their traditions that they have? I think women are told so many times, you women should not do this, women cannot do this, women are not allowed to do this. But I think women can do much more, and they have to trust themselves to do more than that they think they can do. So venturing further away as your own village or the next town, what hinders people to do this very often is the fear of what lays beyond that. And my experience during my journey is there is nothing to be feared. People are friendly, people are supportive, and particularly to women. Everyone is prepared to help you, mainly women. I have met so many women who came to me and offered me their homes, offered me their companionship, offered me their friendship. I found that women are very supportive to each other. So that is one thing. I think fear keeps us from doing things that we want to do. The other thing I think that keeps us from doing what we want to do are we ourselves. That we don't trust ourselves that we can do this, but we can do more that we think we can do. Every day we take a little step further, and the next day another step and another step. That's how you learn walking. That's how I think. Trust yourself. You can do it.
Thank you.
യാത്രകൾ തുടരുകയാണ്. എത്രമേൽ സരസമാ ലക്ഷ്യങ്ങൾ, അത്രമേൽ കഠിനമോ മാർഗങ്ങൾ. മണ്ണിലാണ് സ്വർഗം, ഈ നിമിഷമാണ് നിൻ പറുദീസ. മുന്നോട്ട് മുന്നോട്ട് മുന്നോട്ട്.